Hello my friends, and welcome back to another design challenge. Today we're going to have our passenger, try and find his way across a large crevasse. So a massive gorge or a crack inside the surface. The trick to this will be to help your passenger make it from one ledge to another ledge without falling down in between the two. There are kind of two parts to this. The first part is that you have to come up with something that will be able to hold your passenger and then be able to find its way in between those two, so to act as its vehicle. The other thing that you have to worry about will be to figure out what your vehicle will be able to transfer on. In my case, I was able to find a ball of string, which is great and pretty convenient for this kind of project. But that's not the only thing that you can use for this. Other transportation materials or support materials could be a roll of tape, kind of curled up, some wire that you happen to have lying around. An extension cord can also be a great way to bridge the distance between two different gaps. Just make sure that your extension cord is not plugged in when you're trying this out. And if you can't find anything, go outside. You can probably find a twig or a branch that could also serve the same kind of purpose. So the KPIs, or key performance indicators, the things that we're looking for to show that you have successfully passed this challenge are: you have to come up with some form of vehicle that can hold your passenger inside. So it has to be big enough to hold the passenger, and it has to be stable enough to make sure that the passenger does not fall out. The vehicle has to be big enough to fit your passenger. The vehicle should be able to attach to whatever your transport medium or support structure is. So in this case, I have some rope, and I made two ways that this can attach, just to give you guys some ideas. The first is a toilet paper roll, and I cut a little slit in it like this. From there, I can take the string, plop it in there, and it holds them up. In the front here, I have a latch mechanism. So I can kind of wiggle this down a little bit, snake my string through, and it successfully holds my friend here up and can move. It should be able to transport your passenger from one side of a dip or a crevasse to another, which means that you have to come up with a gap. For my challenge, I've decided to go in between my bookcase here and run my string. You're not going to see the other end of it, but to where the camera stand currently is. Now, as a design tip, you probably want to make this thing fairly taut, so pretty strongly held at each end. The reason why is because you don't want it to sag as you're putting on your vehicle. So here, I'm going to go like this, just test what it does, and see, it moves. So the next KPI is he should be able to make it from one end safely to the other without falling out. And there he goes. Again, this guy here is just one example of what you can make. And really, you don't even have to make a gondola. You could make some form of train, a monorail, a slide, all sorts of things. It's really up to you. If you don't have any of these materials, that's great. Go out and find your materials. Remember, the hardest part about this challenge and the most interesting thing about this challenge as an engineer is that you have to find materials within your own house that you can use to be able to build your contraption. It is fairly common right now that people don't have cardboard. So what else could you use that's sturdy enough to be able to replace cardboard or foam board in this case? If you don't have any more toilet roll papers because they haven't been available in the store for a month now, then maybe you can find a roll of paper or a paper towel or anything that you have lying around your house. Don't look at the material itself. Look at what the material is doing, and then find something around your house that can work in the same way as that material, whatever you have for your design. So that's your challenge. Good luck, have a lot of fun making this, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Good luck.